Stephanie White has been named the head coach of the Indiana Fever this morning.
Remember when the Fever were struggling on defense, making weird substitutions, and couldn't catch a break with the refs? Well, those days might be over. Christy Sides is out, and a familiar face is in. But that's not even the big story here. The real shocker. Caitlin Clark and her teammates have been radio silent since Sides got fired. Now, they're suddenly breaking their silence, and you won't believe what they're saying about the new coach. What changed? And why is everyone suddenly speaking up? In this video, we'll explore what this means for the Indiana Fever and how White's hiring shapes the future of the team and the WNBA. As we dive into this new team overhaul, we'll uncover its impact and how it brings the Fever one step closer to a champion. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go. The Indiana Fever just had a week that's changed everything. Christy Sides, she's out as head coach. I know. The team made the playoffs. So what gives? Well, let's break it down. See, Sides had a decent run. She helped guide the Fever to a 20-win, 20-loss record and their first playoff appearance since 2016. That's not too shabby, right? But here's the thing. The front office wasn't satisfied. They were looking at the bigger picture, and they saw some issues that just couldn't be ignored. Let's talk about those struggles. Defense. It was a mess. Rotations. All over the place. And don't even get me started on those in-game adjustment. It was like watching a high school coach trying to outmaneuver WNBA veterans. Sides just couldn't seem to get it together, and it was costing the team big time. The second game of the playoffs against the Connecticut Sun was literally lost because of a poor defensive scheme at the end of the game. So, what's the solution? Enter Stephanie White, the new sheriff in town. And let me tell you, this isn't just any coach walking through those doors. White's got history with the Fever that runs deep. We're talking assistant coach from 2011 to 2014, and part of that championship run with the great Tamika Catchings, then head coach for 2 seasons after that. Oh, and did I mention she led the team to the WNBA Finals on her first season? Yeah, that happened. But hold on to your hats because White's not just resting on her old laurel. This woman just came off a stint with the Connecticut Sun that'll make your jaw drop. She was named the 2023 WNBA Coach of the Year. We're talking a 55-win, 25-loss record over 2 seasons and playoffs both years. That's the kind of success that makes front offices drool. The Fever didn't just get a good coach. They got one of the best in the league. So why the change? Why now? Well, the Fever management isn't messing around. They won a championship and they want it now. They saw in White a coach with a higher ceiling, someone who could take this talented roster and push it to the next level. They're not just playing for playoffs anymore. They're playing for rings. But hold up. There's more to this story. We've got the coach. We've got the front office. But what about the player? What do they think about all this? That's where things get really interesting. But before we dive into that bit, let's take a moment to appreciate what's happening. The Fever are making moves, big moves, and the WNBA better watch out. Because with White at the helm, this team isn't just looking to compete. They're looking to dominate. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we'd appreciate it. Hold up, folks. Before we get to what the players think, there's something you need to know about Stephanie White. This woman is not just a coach. She's an Indiana basketball legend in her own right. And her journey is like she was destined to lead this team. Let's rewind the clock on White's basketball journey. This isn't just any coach we're talking. White's got Indiana basketball in her blood. She's from West Lebanon, Indiana, and her roots run deep in Hoosier basketball lore. It's like she's coming home, but this time with a wealth of experience and a trophy case full of accolades. She led Purdue to their first national championship in college. She played for the Fever back in the day, and guess what? She wore number 22, the same number Caitlin Clark rocks now.